doing this successfully. We've been around, we've been doing this successfully in the last, since 2019. But today we're going to focus on a very pressing issue right now. It's a ruthless killer, all right? It's terrible right now, inflation. It's a common and big problem, all right, inflation. And inflation, it's really bad. You know, things are getting really horrible and people are looking at what to do, all right now. And this is not the time that you should just fold your hands. Okay, most currencies in the world are losing value by the day. We saw our country lost over 100 naira value in just less than 2 weeks. All right, and you know that whenever there's inflation like this, who suffers a lot are people who have not created an economy to edge or fight against inflation. All right, so that's why a lot of people are switching to earning in stronger currencies. People are switching to edge their wealth. All right, so today I'm going to give you an antidote. I'm going to show you what you can do right now to fight against inflation. All right, air tickets have gone up. All right, just today, someone confirmed that a flight from Lagos to Owerri is about 120,000, if I'm not mistaken. You know, these are usually cost of business class. I think round trip for business class. I know round trip for business class back then was about 70,000, round trip 140. But this economy, one way is 120,000. All right, so that means that you know the annoying thing or the most embarrassing thing about inflation is that some things that was available that the common man could afford will soon become luxurious. It's become a luxury product. All right. So, for example, middle class before could fly aircraft, okay, could use airlines, but right now it's going to be tough because you want to make a trip, round trip, you're spending $250,000, 250,000. And the other time we checked, the NDIC, National Deposit Insurance Corporation, thereabouts, or commission rather, said that we have about 95% or 96% of Nigerians who hold an account have less than 500,000 naira in that bank account. You know, price of bread has gone up. So bread very soon will I hope it don't become like a Christmas rice that people will have it when on special occasions. All right. So, I mean, there's a reawakening. I saw something very funny. I don't know how true it is. Someone posted and said he bought a beverage, one of these chocolate beverage, and it was just half full. So what these companies are doing now is that rather than change the price, they will only refill it to half. All right. So it's tough. Production is tough because the price of diesel is being affected badly. You know, today dollar is around maybe 680 or thereabouts, or 685, 690. Now, we might not feel the impact of this right now until the next 1 or 2 months. You know why? Because by then, the products and goods that we have currently would have been exhausted. People will have to go to the market to import things. And when they are importing things, is that somebody who had 10 units before in the store, all right, when it's going back, you realize that the money he has now can only buy 7. All right, so what happens? All of these things will push down. I heard telcos now their tax will be increased. So it's more expensive for you to use your phones to even call people. So everything is getting expensive. And I can tell you for a fact that it's not going to get cheaper. And that's the truth. That's the reality. That's where we'll find ourselves. But tonight, my question is there an escape to all of this? All right, job cuts, pay cuts, people losing their jobs. There are so much job insecurity. Even the amount they pay them at their jobs are not even sufficient enough to carry them through. You know, the IMF has already warned a lot of countries, especially African and developing countries, including Nigeria, all right, to have a better structure for their debts. Otherwise, we might go into, I think, what they call debt, fiscal debt, or whatever. You know what that means. The other time I read today, I need to share this with somebody. All right, today I read that, and this was coming directly from the minister, the Minister of Finance, right? And she's saying that Nigerian government withdrew $1 billion from the excess crude account for security. All right, we will do $1 billion to boost our security. All right, she confirmed that today. And right now, reports said Tuesday that the balance in account fell significantly from $35 million it was of June 2022. Last month, we had $35.7 million in our excess crude account. But as I speak with you, my friends, all right, in July, it's about $376,000. Okay, so I mean, you need to open your heart right now, all right? You need to open your heart, you need to be more sensitive financially, you need to find ways, all right, to help your family right now. Otherwise, some people would voluntarily stop their kids from going to school because they cannot afford the school fees. Because you know why? And the schools cannot keep running without having enough money to continue powering schools. They have to buy fuel for the vehicles. Of course, I hope you know that as fuel price goes up, it's going to affect the price of, as the exchange rate goes up, the naira is falling, the exchange rate is going up. It's going to affect, power in terms of energy, in terms of diesel, fuel. And what happens? Business owners will pass that to the consumers. The consumers will suffer everything. All right. So in one way or the other, everybody's feeling, all right, feeling the impact and feeling the pressure. So my question this evening is that, is there an escape? Well, that is why you're here today. All right. We have an escape solution for you. And I want you to open your heart and listen to me, please, carefully. All right. I'm introducing you to a gold mine today that is recession proof. A gold mine today that cannot be affected by inflation. It's been tested for decades. It's been tested for over a century. It can never, ever, ever, it can never be affected by recession. It can never be affected by inflation. This is where you should be looking at an opportunity to make money right now. It's called the foreign exchange market. Now, what's the foreign exchange market? Well, it's a financial market, and every time you introduce foreign exchange or any financial product to people, as professionals, we put a disclaimer, all right, about it. Now, because we are not financial advisors. Okay, so what the foreign exchange market is? It's a global market, probably the oldest and arguably the oldest and arguably also the biggest global market with the highest liquidity, arguably. It has a daily trading volume of about $6 trillion. And it runs 24 hours, Monday to Friday, all right? And it has major financial centers in New York, London, Tokyo, and Hong Kong. And we have big players in these markets, like the banks, financial institutions, and the likes. It's such a massive gold mine. For example, in the 90s, all right, one of the big players made over $1 billion from a single trade. So that is how big it is. So usually, whenever there's recession, whenever there is economic meltdown, whenever there is inflation, all right, those big players, these are some of the markets that go in there to keep their finances afloat, to edge against all this crisis. But how do you play that space? Well, it's a gold mine, but of course, the gold mine comes with the bad news. The bad news about it is that the foreign exchange market, 99% of retail players like you and I lose money every day while trying to access this gold mine. All right, lose money every single day while trying to access this gold mine. It's recession proof. It cannot be affected by inflation, but it's a very, very delicate zone for you to play in if you don't have knowledge, if you don't know how to play around this. Because the chances for you losing money is a 9 to 1. All right, 99% of retail players, small retail players lose money. Now, who are the winners in this market? Well, only about 1% of the players are successful at this, and that's the truth. And this includes the banks, fund, the edge managers, institutions, and the likes. And the secret is simple. Why? Because they have insider secret about markets that they never reveal to the public, and that's why they keep winning. Warren Buffett would say the market is created for the money to move from the impatient to the patient. And when we talk about patience, we're not talking about just you waiting. We're talking about people who have inside information about this market. Now, we understand for a fact that, yes, there's a gold mine here. We understand there that we have to find a way to keep generating money, even when we are having ourselves exposed to this kind of horrible situation around the world. Well, the good news today is that we have a hack. We have a hack right now. We have a space we have a leak, we have an opening where you can play in this space, like together with the 1%ers, not like, but together with the 1%ers. And these are the invitation to win like the banks. Now we now have access to a plug and play system where institutional experts, which are part of the 1% who will do this trading for us and thus increase our chance of success. So in this, you don't need to learn how to do anything. You don't have to do anything on a daily basis. There's no prior knowledge required. There is nothing you need to know how to do for you to participate here. All you have to do is just one step. Just purchase a license. When you purchase a license, between 5 to 7, 8 working days, it will be activated. All right, it goes through the process, administrative process, gets the brokerage and all of that. And by the third step, without doing anything, you start receiving what we call your benefits, known as trading output every single day, Monday to Friday. Now, what do you get? Now you get up to 300% within a 16 months period. All right, so when you purchase a license, the license will run. You get benefits Monday to Friday within 16 months. It's for 16 months, okay? And what you get is up to 300%. All right, it could be less than. All right, but it could be up to 300%. I'm going to explain that shortly to you. So let's break it down. Through the algo trade compounding strategy, what do we mean? There are three ways to benefit from the system. All right, the first way is you buy a license and that's it. When you buy a license, just for comic purpose, you climb a tree. Okay, after 16 months, you come back. You would have been able to accrue a total of 300% output at the end of 16 months, and you cash that out. Meaning that you buy a license of say $10,000, and by the end of 16 months, you would have accrued on a daily basis. You would have accrued up to 300% in total, including the initial cost. So your $10,000 would have given you benefits on a daily basis that would get to the tune of $30,000. So your cash out is $30,000. So it is very simple. By the time you buy your license, okay, and it starts from day one, it starts from zero. In your portal, you have a back office. You'll be given a back office where you can log in to see, just like you have a bank app, you'll be given a back office where you can log in. And on a daily basis, you would see it Monday to Friday, how you receive your benefits, all right, as trading output. Now, when these benefits come on a daily basis, now you have two options. You can withdraw them every day or every week or anytime. But once you are withdrawing, you affect the compounding strategy. But if you choose not to withdraw, you want to maximize the compounding strategy, you would notice that whatever trading output you get return at the end of the day is added again to your trading license cost. So at every point in time, you have a bigger output, it grows. So by your 8th month, you would have accrued up to 100% of your initial license cost. And by the 13th month, it would have doubled to 200%. And by the 16th month, it would have tripled 300%. Now, that is one way. Another way is that somebody says, well, I cannot wait 16 months. I want to start withdrawing my benefits on a daily basis. If you start withdrawing your benefits on or before the 8th month, all right? Now, the 8th month is very significant here. If you start withdrawing your benefits all or before the 8th month, what you will get at the end of the 16th month is 160%, all right? Because you did not allow the system to compound for you. So if you start withdrawing your benefits on or before the 8th month, all right, you would get 160% at the end of the 16th month. Number two is if you start withdrawing your benefits after the 8th month, all right, you would get 200% at the end of the 16th month. And number three, if you only withdraw your benefits at the end of the 16th month, you will get a total of 300%. All right. So let's put this with numbers. Let's say you start with $1,000. You buy a $1,000 license. And you start withdrawing your benefits from the first week on or before the 8th month. You start withdrawing your benefit as trading output. By the 16th month, you would have gotten a total of $1,600. Number two, if you decide to start withdrawing your benefits after the 8th month, all right, you will now get a total of $2,000, which is 200%. Number three, you wait and allow the system to compound for you, the algo trade compounding strategy to run all through the 16th month without breaking it. You will get a total of 300% as the output. Like I've said, you can withdraw at any time, daily, weekly, whatever. But remember, these withdrawals affect the compounding strategy, which of course affects your total trading output at the end of the day. Number two is that you get daily trading outputs that you can see, you can view in your portal on a daily basis. And number three is that there's cancellation policy. That means, AKA, I'm not doing again. That's quite comic. Okay, let's go again. So cancellation policy gives you that flexibility to cancel your license at any time. And if you want to cancel, the only rule there, the only clause is that you can only cancel provided you have not accrued up to 100% of your initial license cost, which is sometime around the 8th month. So that means anything before the 8th month, you can cancel your license. And when you cancel your license, you have some fees that you are paid, some fees that have been deducted, but the calculation is still very favorable, and you will still be able to get something quite significant. So I've broken it down how the product works. And this is what people are doing right now, all right, to grow their money against inflation. Now, the platform has different license costs that start from $100 called the startup license. And of course, if you allow that to run for the entire 16 months, allow the compounding to run, at the end of 16 months, you will be taking home a total output of $300, okay? We have a $500 basic license up to the $50,000 VIP license. The $50,000 VIP license would, of course, give you a total output in 16 months if you allow it to compound without touching it, without making a withdrawal, to $150,000. Now, there are two things you need to know here. You can grow your license portfolio. What do I mean? I mean that you can buy multiple licenses on the same account at different times. All right. But one thing you should know for a fact is that each of those licenses will have their unique 16-month expiry date. All right. So that's it. So those are the two things you need to know about this. You can buy multiple licenses at every point in time, and each of them have their unique 16-month contract, runs through to the end of 16 months. Now, so yeah, let's go. Now, the big question here is, who are these institutional experts and why should I work with them? Now, before I introduce the institutional experts to you, I'd like to show you some of their history of success and how they have been doing extremely well, all right, which give us the confidence, all right, to keep working with them, all right. Now, they have back face. I'm going to share with you now shortly so that you can get a full understanding, the full details of exactly how this really work. All right. Okay. So yeah, I think getting in there where you can actually see for a fact. Okay, let's see. Just give me a moment. I don't know, my computer not opening this. Okay, let's go with this now. So who are these institutional experts and why should I work with them? I'm just trying to log in really quick. Yeah, okay. Pushing it there, right? Let me share my screen. Okay, so let me introduce to you who these institutional experts with, because of course you're going to be having them, you are going to be working with them directly. It's called Omega Pro, all right, and the website is Omega Product Network. Now they're building wealth without borders for people without borders, and I'm going to show you how this works. Now, it was founded in 2018. It's a multi-industry company specializing in commodity and currency market sector. It's aimed to build the largest trading community in the world, developing and bringing services to the market of online trading. Currently, they're present in over 200 plus countries. Now, they have an excellent track record. All right, their clientele base is over 2.1 million clients in about 3 years. 99% of them are happy customers, and their clients are scattered in over 200 plus countries. They have a number of products, and 3 of them are the algo trade experts, which I just talked about. Right now, they have the e-banking online and they have the crypto exchange. Now, in terms of the performance of their algo trade experts, they have a history of 78% of their trades close profitably. All right, close profitably. Now, Omega Pro has grown so big that since when they started in 2018, they've now become a conglomerate, meaning that they're made up of more companies now together as a single unit. Okay, so they have a company, they have the exchange as a company, the OMP exchange in Singapore, the OMP Money Limited in the UK that is being developed now, the expert traders company in Hong Kong, the brokerage in St. Vincent and Grenadine, and of course, they have the company for influencers. Now, why are they putting all of this together? All right, this is also to strengthen the base, okay, of Omega Pro. So Omega Pro has gone beyond just a trading company. Now it has become a conglomerate, bringing in other smart financial products. Now, it's important that you understand these guys in terms of their long-term vision and foresight. What have they got to do? Okay, because you want to work with them. You're not just, before you go into a 16-month relationship with anybody, okay, of this, you need to look at what their history is, okay, what is their vision and what's their foresight. Now, this is just a simple roadmap, a storyline of what it's been like since 2018. All right, the idea started, it sparked in 2018, went live in 2019, opening in Latin America, Africa, and India. 2020, it opened in Europe and Asia, but this is what it became more interesting. Omega Pro became an institutional trading company in 2020, meaning that at that point in time, they are now fully into part of the 1%ers, all right? And that is where we have so much confidence in their in the delivery, and it's been going very smoothly. Now in 2021, all right, they expanded into other financial products like the money bank, crypto exchange, and the likes. But what is most important right now for Omega Pro for 2023 is that Omega Pro intend to get out of the hand of the three smart founders, Mike Sims, Andres, and the other guys. They want to get in to become a public liability company, PLC. All right. So what that simply means is that Omega Pro is preparation of listing on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. So you can buy Omega Pro stocks like Apple, Tesla, and the likes. Okay. So at that point in time, that's going to be another game changer for Omega Pro. I had a conversation with a friend yesterday, and he told me something that one of the guys who brought in the first Governor Legend, are you here? I would like you to tell that story personally. Governor Legend, are you here? I'd like to turn on the mic for you to tell them that story personally so that we hear it from you. Governor Legend, are you there? The guy that brought in the first $1 million, someone that brought in the first $1 million license. Governor Legend, are you here? Just say hi if you can hear me. Is he here? I think I cited him because that story is really, let's see whether he's here. Okay, I think he has probably dropped off. But basically, right, one of the guys, I think he works in one of the security agencies, and he said, my friend told him that, hey, why were you so confident to make someone getting as much as $1 million total license portfolio, like when Omega Pro started in 2019? He said, well, the truth about it is that he said he's done his due diligence around this company as a security expert, and not just only that, all right, looking at his own conversations he's had with them, all right, these guys intend to get as big as Facebook when it comes to the financial market, the financial world, as a the financial industry. Not as big as Facebook in terms of the social media industry, but as big as Facebook when it comes to the financial industry. And I can tell you for a fact that anyone who's looking right now into this opportunity, all right, it's actually at the beginning of great times, because as far as I'm concerned, if you come to Omega Pro website, you would know that Omega Pro opportunity just got started. This is their website, this is their official website. And you can see the colorful people that are part of the faces of Omega Pro as brand ambassadors. These are top legends, soccer legends, cricket legends, and the likes, okay, being part of the Hall of Fame celebrities and influencers who have their faces in this, meaning that Omega Pro is actually developing itself and positioning itself as a global, strong, not just player, but number one, was trying to be a community player when it comes to the financial industry. There are a lot of financial there are a lot of companies, financial markets or financial industry, but none has been able to give the little guy, an opportunity to play in this space like the big guys. And that is what Omega Pro is doing. And say, hey, stop losing money, stop trying to learn how this works. All right, take advantage of the people who have solved it. Take advantage of the people who have cracked this. And you can see for a fact. Now, in some of the events, you see these guys, these are top speakers like Liz Brown, Joe Belfort, right, the Wolf of Wall Street. And of course, Omega Pro had a big announcement with this guy, Eric Warren. Eric Warren is one of the official strategic coach of Omega Pro. And he is arguably the number one when it comes to the direct selling industry. He's number one in terms of training and coach, and over 5 million people watch his training every single week across the globe. Right, so you should understand that this is a company of strength. This is a company that's shown that they are actually, this is the beginning of a legacy. All right, they're trying to build a legacy here. The Omega Pro story is very simple. An idea that became a community that became a lifestyle that created champions, and champions who transform life today. Now, I'd like you to hear, all right, from the horse's mouth directly. I'm talking about the company founders, the guys who founded this vision, and hear what they have to say about the vision and where they look at things to be at in the next few years from today. And I want you to listen to them carefully, all right? I want you to listen to them carefully. Okay, let's go.
I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that because I talk to Andreas and Laura all the time. If we're not talking, we're texting, and I can tell you the vision for the future of Omega Pro and the vision for the future that the general managers talk about as they're working in the field on a daily basis, the vision for Omega Pro is endless. It's endless. This company is built on a solid foundation. Yes. Yes.
Now, did you hear that? Two things you need to pick there. The vision is endless. All right, this company is built on a solid foundation. That's Mike Sims. He's an American. He's one of the co-owners of this great platform that's giving hope to a number of people today. Now, let us listen to one more of the co-founders and hear also what he's got to say as regards this.
We are here to leave a legacy. We are here to leave something behind. We don't want to just be a short-term company. We are here to be here in the next 10, 20, 30 years. I want you guys to understand this, okay? We've been here on the market for over 3 years now. We have never missed a check. We have never missed anything. We have shown every person out there that we are here for the long run.
Wow, something else to pick from this guy, right? We're here for the long term, 10 years, 20, 30. All right, we've never missed a check. We've shown people how stable we are. We've shown people what we're trying to do, and that is it, all right? And, you know, Omega Pro is kind of quite open with their trades and transactions. And if you want to really, really track the activities, you can go to omegaprotrading.com. You'll see all their trading real time. All right, you can go to omegaprotrading.com. You'll see all their trading real time and see exactly what they're doing with your licenses. So all the trades they execute on a daily basis, the fade one, the profitable ones, you see it for a fact. They don't get all their trades are not 100%, but they have more wins than losses. So they are very, very solid. Now, that is one side of my meeting. The second part of my meeting is that you can do more with Omega Pro. Beyond just the 300%, all right, beyond just purchasing a license, all right, and, you know, edge some of your money against inflation, you can do more, okay, with Omega Pro, all right? And doing more with Omega Pro is giving you an opportunity to build your own economy as an OMP influencer. To do more with Omega Pro, it's telling you, hey guys, you can go beyond 300% and earn every week in dollars, in a strong currency, and earn up to $50,000 every single week. Now, why should you take me serious about building your own economy? Let me play a video for you. All right. Why should you take me serious about building your own economy? I want to show you a short video. All right. Why you should start building your own economy. If you were not doing this before, you need to start doing it. If you were doing it before, I just want to say congratulations and keep doing it and even doing it more. Let's watch this video together. Thank you. Sorry, just want to show that we have it done. Good. All right, let's go.
This cup of coffee in a way encapsulates the drama of the Venezuelan crisis. Today, you need this amount of money to buy this cup of coffee. But the inflation has been so out of control in Venezuela in recent years that today, this is the equivalent of what I had to pay 15 years ago for a one-bedroom flat. Tu corazón con el mío. Now, one way of finding cash here in Venezuela is coming to social media. If I just do a very quick search on Facebook, I can see here someone is selling cash for a fee, obviously. And then all you have to do is just go pick it up. This is an example of the inflation rates in Venezuela. All of this money is barely $4.
All right. Now, if you listen to this,
$1 is now.
if you listen to that video carefully, all right, you would see something about the need for you to own it and build your own economy and to, safeguard yourself. Enough is they said the word is enough for the wise. Is that what they say? All right. And so I'm about to introduce you to how you can earn in a strong currency. All right, and you can earn as much as $50,000 by building your own economy. All right, to just buy a cup of coffee. Imagine that bag load of money is less than $4 or thereabout. Bag load of money. All right, so that's it. So now earning in local currency right now can be very disastrous because as you're earning, it's depreciating in your hands. All right, even creditors, people who loan people money before they get the money back, it's already depreciated, it's lost value. So my question here is, Omega Pro is saying you can go beyond 300%. You can build your own economy, okay, as an OMP influencer. All right, building your own economy protects you against any other economy, protects you against any other, whatever people are doing out there. And today, a lot of people have built their own economy, all right? Now, I'm going to show you some Nigerians today who took this very serious, and today they're earning over $50,000 every single week, even during this period. And some of them have been earning that consistently for over 1 year. Some of them have been earning that consistently over, 8 months, over 7 months. And you know what $50,000 look like? I'm going to come back to that. The one thing you should know is that if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you're willing to learn, no one can stop you. So yes, you've never been an influencer before, but look at the opportunity in front of you guys. Like, what do you do currently? Are you positioned what you do currently to earn this kind of income? All right. So let's take you through what it is to be an influencer. But let me play one more video for you because I just like driving home my points with those videos. All right. I'm going to show you a video here. And this is actually an influencer, all right, with Omega Pro. and look at what his life has been in 10 months. So it doesn't matter where you are. Please listen. Thank you.
Tahimare, a Blue Diamond executive in this great business opportunity called Omega Pro. Just about 10 months of joining this business, I was able to achieve and acquire this beautiful Benz. And today, I am here to surprise my beautiful wife with this beautiful ML350 Benz. You can just take a look at it and see how it works. I can tell you for free, 100% Omega Pro. Now, I am here to open my dream home. I finally acquired my dream home through the business opportunity called Omega Pro. Let me take you around my dream home. This is my sitting room, and this is my dining, and this is my wine bar. Let me take you around the shores of my home. I am here to show you my family lounge, the family lounge of my house. You can take a look at it. 100% Omega Pro. This is it. And now, let me show you my room. Let me show you.
Right, we don't want to show you his room. Okay, guys. But look, that's why it's saying 100% Omega Pro. Now, let me show you something. All right, before I show you what I want to show you, I want to show you something. I want to show you a number of things. I have a lot of things to show you like tonight. So that I want to make you understand that it's a very enviable position, all right, to become an influencer with OMP. It's a prestigious position. Now look at the highest earning, the highest paid CEO. Look, highest paid CEO in Nigeria in 2021. The highest paid CEO in Nigeria is the Dangote Cement CEO. He earns about 531 million a year. That is a dream for most people, probably a number of people here on this call today. 531 gives you an average of maybe 40-something million a month, right? Now, the highest paid banker in Nigeria as of 2021 is the CEO or the MD of Zenith Bank. He earns 246 million a year, which comes to an average of maybe 19 million per month. Now, let me show you an influencer in Omega Pro. And please note that this is not one person. All right, the guy I showed you is a different guy. This guy I want to show you is another guy. This is one person. There are a number of people, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, who are earning $50,000 consistently every week. Clean, legit money, money that you can defend. My friend will call it adult money, okay? But these are influencers. They went beyond 300%. They went beyond just buying a license, all right? They wanted to do more. They wanted to build an economy for themselves where they will be proud of themselves. Now listen to this carefully. Thank you. All right, I think we have
achieved blue diamond rank. I achieved the blue diamond rank as of that time. So I earned 22,300. That was December period. And you can see how the growth rate, okay, like I said, it didn't start like this, but it started gradually, okay. Let me just fast forward to, yes, because of time, I have a flight to catch up in Lagos. I'm still in Abuja. I need to go to Lagos today. So I have a flight to catch and I need to go take my bath and then, sorry, be able to do that, yeah? So let me just go quickly from, let's say, 1st of January 2021 to 2022, yeah, to this moment, yeah. Let me just do, because of time, let me just do for this year alone, okay, that's 2022 January, yeah.
But I think you should just take us from January 2021 till this year so that we follow the entire story.
Because it's very long, okay. But let me just show for this this new month, for this 2022, because I need to leave here exactly 11 o'clock, otherwise I miss my flight. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. So quickly, I'll just show you this. And then that's till this moment. This is July 26 here.
Now, a couple of
Yeah,
days.
so I click on view. Okay, wow. I click on view. So from 2nd July 2022, here you can see how that's this year, 2022, 2nd July. You can see how the 50,000 is. Yeah, up till the last earning was but you can see there was a point of $35,000 here. So don't skip this one. That's the 3rd of April 2022, $35,000. But you can see the last earning, that's 24th of July 2022, which was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's on Sunday because payments are made on Sunday. So you can see this. But I just had to just.
So that's like one person, and we have a number of people like that. Okay. Now, like I showed you earlier on, all right, is this really worth it? So let's x-ray this guy's income. Let's go to calculator online and let's x-ray this guy's income like this together. So that some of us, before we decided for what we're doing right now, somebody showed you numbers. So in the last, in a year, every week he earns 50,000, all right? He earns 50,000 every week. And by the way, this is not the only guy. And no, let's take it this way. There are 4 weeks, 52 weeks in a year actually, right? Earning 50,000, right? Now that's about 2.6 million, all right? Times the exchange rate, Naira today, let's say 700, that's 1.8 billion, right? Now we compare that to what the highest paid CEO is earning. It means that the highest CEO, it will take him about 3 years plus to earn what this guy is doing every year, right? That's it. And he's just about 3 years, 1 week with Omega Pro. So when I tell you that you can go beyond 300%, when I tell you that you can build your own economy, when I tell you that becoming an influencer, right, it's really, really, really a prestigious opportunity. I know what I'm talking about. All right. So that's it. Now, but if you want to become an influencer, there's just one thing you need to know. Your license determines how much you can earn maximally per week. We are paid every Monday. Like you saw in that video, the last Monday was on the 24th. You received 50,000. In the next 3 days, will be another Monday, we'll receive another 50,000. And how is that happening? Well, this morning, they are not just, printing it from somewhere. Okay, the way it works here is simple. All right, it's been able to build a team. All right, what we are doing by inviting people to know about Omega Pro opportunity, helping people, giving people hope. All right, like a lot of people are scared right now. They don't know what to do. A lot of people are looking for businesses to do because their businesses are failing or their jobs are not enough, giving them enough money. A lot of people don't know what to do with their money, the little they have, how to edge it and everything. Okay, so, but this is what you need to know. Your license cost determines how much you can earn per week maximum. All right, so if you start with $100, all right, you cannot earn more than $500. So even if the growth of your entire team is over, gives you an income of $2,000, you will only be paid $500 because that's a weekly cap. All right, so the guy who earns over $50,000 every week, because nobody can earn more than $50,000 in an account in Omega Pro, must have a VIP license of $50,000. All right, so there are two ways you can get this done. All right, the first way is that you can buy the $50,000 license one time, or number two, you can build your license portfolio to up to $50,000. What do I mean? Let's say you start with $5,000. $5,000 will give you maybe a cap of $15,000 every week. Maybe somewhere around the line, you decided to add another 5,000. So in total, you have $10,000. 5,000 plus 5,000, $10,000. Automatically, you will move your cap to 20,000 because now you are like taking that your portfolio, your license portfolio is like on the premium license. So now you have 20,000. So this is how people do. So no matter where you start, like one of the guys was saying it, he said he earns $50,000 every other week. He's been earning that constantly in the last 11 months. He said when he started with $500. That's how much he could afford. He said whatever income he makes every time is split in 3 ways. One, he uses building up his license portfolio. 2, he uses one for his family. And another one using building his business. So that's how it works. So how do you benefit as an influencer? Well, just 4 ways. 7% direct sales for everyone that you invite that decides to buy the license, want to escape inflation. You get 7% of that. Then you get 10% of your network bonus. That's the biggest one. All right. The way that works is that not just to people that you refer down like that, you get a cut from grandchildren, great-grandchildren, just like that to infinity. It's called the network bonus. So it has a very big way of rewarding you, all right, as you go down the line. And of course, you have enviable, incentives that comes in with cars and all of those things. Houses worth $250,000 that we paid into. Some of these guys have received it, cars incentive, because we know you're an influencer. You have to be properly, you have an enviable lifestyle. So there's $100,000 car bonus that's given to you cash. Okay, good befitting Rolex wristwatch. A house also, a house fund worth $250,000 cash. The entire $50,000 paid to you as you climb through. All right. Now we have a roadmap in which you can get started to start earning every other week as an influencer. I mean, you can start like the guy who showed this video. His first income was $7, but he kept moving. This was a guy who gave up a business. He used to do contracts, and he found out that the business wasn't moving too smooth. He saw Mega Pro, he loved the vision, he loved his heart into it, like somebody right now is doing, and he started to push. It was after 6 months he made his first $1,000 income in a week. All right, but I've been pushed over time. Today he makes $50,000 every single week. Guys, think about it. It's earned millions of dollars. It's earned billions in naira out of this. Though it didn't start from the first week, but it was consistent. And that's what I always tell people, like, what are you doing right now? You're investing your time, your energy, your sweat into, and where can you get it to? So what do you get in Omega Pro? Well, up to 300% in 16 months, algo trading income, Monday to Friday. All right, up to 0.5% daily, influencer income, paid every Monday, and opportunity to access your dream car, house, and the likes. Now, before I close, all right, I want to tell you a story. Before I close, I want to tell you a story. These are the examples of people who are earning $50,000 every other week. Now, you can't start with that. You start growing. But I can tell you that Omega Pro has a huge opportunity for you to grow. A huge opportunity for you to grow. This guy has less than 30,000, I think less than 40,000 people in his team, and he makes a cut for every single person in a structured way. All right, before I end this, I want to just share a story of a woman. I like telling this story because it's really very, it's really motivating for me. She's an influencer, right? She's decided to go beyond the $300, beyond the 300%. Because in reality, 300% cannot really change your life. It can only probably edge some part of your money against inflation and stuff. Now look at the story. The story is being said by her son, and this is it. Her name is Dr. Favor. Her former was Wolisa. Okay, I don't know if that's pronounced, but all right, let's go. So this story was being said by his son. He said, me and my mother in the early 90s. And this is both of us late last year in Port Harcourt. And boom, the other day he sent a message, the mother sent him a message and said, please, I need a loan of 300,000 to pay you. From you to pay my honey suppliers, I'll pay you back 100,000 at the end of March, April, or May, or before then. Don't say what of the one I gave you before. I'll pay that money to you this year. I didn't forget. Well, this woman, I said, then she was really broke. She was looking for money. She's always a debtor, as a matter of fact. And she was not even certain when she would pay the 300,000. But let's see, life happened. When she was broke, she needed loan. Then within that same month, all right, she went to a seminar in GRA Keja. A friend invited her and told her about Omega Pro. And she told her son, I say, my son, I know I've been asking you for money, but I think there's something I think you can look at. Because there might be someone who came in here today and probably you are really in a financial mess, all right? And this could be the answer. It all depends on what your heart is saying right now. But I'm telling you for a fact that for her, this was the answer. And her son didn't even listen to her. But guess what happened? 1 year after, in 2021, she sent her son $1 million gift, cash. And he was surprised. Someone drew my attention to it. Look, the son only had 24,000 naira balance. This was the guy who a year ago was supposed to be a creditor. But she listened to a presentation like what I'm saying right now today. All right? Because this might just be what you have been looking for in 2022. This might just be what you have been looking for in the last 5 years of your life. It might just be what you've been looking for since you got out of school. This could just be what you've been looking for to do an online business or do something that can, give you an edge. This just could be an answer. All right? But look, 1 year after, and guess what happened? The son said this took away his doubts and immediately joined. Imagine. What if she decided not to take action because her son said, well, Mom, I don't like this kind of stuff. But remember, your battle is your battle. It's not your friend's battle. It's not your partner's battle. All right? Your battle is your battle. And that's it. You will have to build your own economy. But let's fast forward to today. Now she has a car worth over 10 million. All right? And that's not all. She bought the same house she was paying rent for. All right, the house she was paying rent for, 100 million, she bought it under 2 years in Omega Pro. All right, but look at where it's more interesting. Today, she now teaches others how to make money with Omega Pro. That's it. This is the best job you can have right now. A teaching job that you can show people a way out of fear, a way out of uncertainty, a way where they can build their own economy, a way where they can earn in a stronger currency. Right? She now teaches others to make money. Powerful, it's prestigious, guys. Now look.
Make a forest. As at the last count of yesterday, I had 95 accounts from a borrowed 129.
She started with a borrowed 129. That's crazy, guys. A borrowed 129. Like I always say, it's not where you start that matters, okay? It's where you decide to stop, So decision, I don't think you have to wait for anybody to motivate you. I've shown you what happened in Venezuela. I've shown you a number of things today. And I strongly believe that this meeting was put together for one person. I just hope that is you, all right? I just hope that is you. So if you're waiting for someone to motivate you, of course, your bills are fast coming. And this is not a way to pressure you. It's reality, guys. You've got to find a way. Like when I started my presentation, I started it with this. I didn't forget that this is what I started with, is that inflation, the ruthless killer. And I asked the question, is there an escape? And I was able to show you an escape through gold mine with Omega Pro. And I'm ending my presentation tonight telling you confidently that it's time to escape. But remember, I'm interested does not yield interest until you invest and start. Thank you very much, and God bless. Over to you, Mr. Eddie. Thank you.
On December 31, 2019, the World Health Organization knew about COVID-19. On January 30, 2020,
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
The World Health Organization declared COVID-19 outbreak a global health emergency. The world started locking down, one by one, until there was a total lockdown. The world came to a standstill. COVID-19 changed the world forever. But something worse than COVID-19 is here. It's Inflation 20 pandemic. A global financial emergency. It is here. When prices for petrol, kerosene, diesel, gas, food, commodities, and other goods and services rise, the entire economy is negatively affected. This negatively affects the cost of living, the cost of doing business. Your salary is no longer enough. Your money kept in the bank keeps losing value fast, and every other facet of the economy is badly hit. The truth is, Inflation 20 is deadlier than COVID-19 because it can destroy both you and your children. Join Beyond Nation at 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. from Monday to Saturday to learn how to survive and excel in these hard times. The digital wealth tsunami is here. This is an invitation to go beyond scarcity, to thrive and to blossom. Don't be too busy to grow. Jump, arise, and win for the sake of your loved ones. For more details, contact the person that sent this resource to you.